All right, my dear Capricorns, welcome to your weekly card pull. My name is Alexa. Today, I'm going to be doing a reading for the week of March 10th through March 16th of 2024. Now, this reading is channeled for all my Capricorns, so if you have predominant Capricorn placements, especially your sun, your moon, your rising, or your north node, this one is for you. I pulled from my oracle deck, my Moonology oracle deck today. I also pulled from my Red or White tarot deck. I am feeling called to start out with an oracle card, for you guys, and then I'm going to move into tarot. So, my dear Capricorns, for this week, I asked what guidance or perspectives might be helpful in navigating anything that comes up this week. I pulled for you the New Moon in Gemini in reverse card, and this card really speaks to the theme of communication. Communication has been a theme for pretty much every card pull that I've done for today, so it does seem like communication is a big theme for everyone right now, but the New Moon in Gemini, upright, she looks like this. Anytime there's a new moon, it means we're planting new seeds, starting something new. We've kind of gone through a process of release and we're figuring out what we want to invest our time and energy into and move forward with. Gemini is all about communication. It is the zodiac equivalent of basically the mind and the thought and rationality, the way that we communicate to ourselves, so what's going on in our minds, the way that we communicate to others. Also, Gemini is related to movement, if you will. It's the transference of an idea from one place to the next. So anything in that regard, maybe technology could be related to that. There may be some themes in the way of communication that are going to come up for you this week. Now, something to keep in mind, we are finishing out Pisces season. Pisces is the end of the zodiac year, and then we will be moving into Aries season, which is the beginning of something new. So we are all collectively, emotionally releasing things, letting go of things, surrendering things, kind of like wrapping up the old chapters before we step into the new. This may be something that you've been experiencing in large ways or small in your own experiences. You may be letting go of some things, starting new projects, getting ready to start new projects. Spring cleaning may be particularly useful for you right now. Just something to keep in mind is that the communication that you have with yourself, the way that you talk to yourself, your self-talk is really important. Because I pulled this in reverse, anytime I pull a card in reverse, I do feel like it speaks more to your own inner experience and less about how you experience the world around you. The way that you experience the world around you, however, is a mirror to you. So if you notice you've been nasty with other people, or you don't like the way that you're talking to other people or about other people, that's a reflection of a piece of you. And I would encourage you to take a step back and look at, how am I talking to myself? Am I being nice to myself? Do I like myself? What's my relationship with myself like? And really being honest. Be honest with yourself about what that looks like, my dear Capricorns. Now, I pulled two cards, and when I pulled them, the word blockage came through. And what it feels like to me is that two of these cards are expressions of what your experience is like, or has been like, or will be like when you are coming from a blocked state. And then I also pulled a big yes card, which is all about what your experience is like when you are not blocked, when you have a level of clarity and a level of openness. So for you guys, I pulled the Nine of Pentacles, or the Nine of Coins. And again, big yes energy. When you are coming from an open state, when you are coming from a whole state, a complete state, the words that come through with this card are independence, success, financial stability and security, profit, prosperity, wealth, abundance, rewards through hard work, collecting investments, thriving business, status. Honestly, a lot of Capricorn energy. Big fucking Capricorn energy. So when you are in tune with yourself and in tune with the world, this is your natural state, my dear. Like, this level of abundance and success and thriving, and you're the fucking goat, like moving forward, moving up, that, like, all this Capricorn energy, like, this is so strongly coming through for you, and you have access to this and opportunities for this tenfold. So when you are communicating openly and honestly, when you're honest with yourself, when you're honest with the world around you, like, that's when this shit comes up. That's when this is available to you. That's when that becomes like an option. When you're struggling to communicate, because this was pulled in reverse, when you're struggling to be honest with yourself, when you're lying to yourself, when you're lying to the world around you, when you're not honest with how you truly feel about things, then the blockages that will come up may present in a couple of ways. And what I pulled for you guys were the Moon in reverse and the Emperor in reverse. And these two cards, so the Moon reverse, this one, there is a level of like honestly at the bottom it says self-deception. Like, that is I don't know why it won't blur for me. So self-deception is a possible outcome, and I feel like that's pretty strong. There may be some level of like emotionality, especially in the way of like anxiety or angst or overwhelm, secrecy, maybe like I'm getting Scorpio, vindictive nature. Like there's some level of composure that maybe has been lost. And when you start to remove those blockages, those may subside a little bit. And that is really beautiful because that opens up again the space for you to step into that more independent nature. And there's nothing wrong with this experience. Like it's part of the human experience. If you never experience those things, you wouldn't learn the things that you need to know to become this successful. But it's more of a tool of awareness for you when you're feeling that way, when you're feeling fearful and you're feeling like stuck and you're feeling emotional and you're feeling like, I don't know. And when you feel like you have to hide pieces of yourself in order to be successful, and you feel like you have to not communicate honestly or openly, that's when you're blocking your opportunities for success and, your opportunities for success. I feel like there's something in the way that you present yourself, which will make you feel less confident if you're lying to yourself, which checks out, that will result in you either directly or indirectly having less success in the more like financial way. For lack of a better word. Now, also, if you're feeling another blockage that's coming up, again, I'm getting Scorpio energy from this, but the Emperor card in reverse, abuse of power. So really, like, if you're in situations where you feel like you're power playing people, or you feel like a desire to do that or a need to do that, that may be a sign for you that you're not acting from the best place. Also, a lack of discipline, a lack of control, maybe some level of like rigidity around stuff. This is a lot of like father wounds sort of an energy coming up, and that's not to encourage you to, go blame your father for things, but there is like this masculine nature that's you're not holding yourself accountable to, maybe. I don't know. And so you need to, if you want to be successful, if you want to feel independent, if you want to feel like you have the resources that you need, my dear Capricorn, really it just comes down to being honest with yourself and stepping into that role, that masculine role, well enough to have a structure that serves your experience. I feel like that made way more sense in my head than it made sense out loud. But honestly, I feel like the main message is you need to be willing to communicate honestly with yourself, and that will in turn reflect the way that you communicate and operate with the world around you. So I'm feeling called to close out, my dear Capricorns. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. I hope that this reading was helpful. If you have questions, comments, or anything, please feel free to reach out. You can leave a comment below or shoot a message to me. You can find me Instagram, here, TikTok, everywhere at alexab.alchemy. I do these readings every single week, so if you haven't already, please make sure that you subscribe to my channel, especially if you found it helpful. And finally, please let me know below what resonated most with you from today's reading. So thank you guys so much. I love you, and I will see you guys in the next one. Have a good week.